My beloved child, listen closely, for this word is not just for your ears, but for your spirit. I have seen you walking through the fire. I have watched as you cried alone in the night, asking why the burden has been so heavy, why the doors you knocked on remained shut, why the people you trusted walked away. But I tell you today, do not lose heart, for I am the Lord your God, and when I break you, it is not to destroy you but to bless you. In the stillness of your pain, I was there, when your heart shattered into pieces, and no one noticed the silent tears you shed. I noticed. I collected each one. Psalm 56:8 says, You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. Not a single drop fell without my notice. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. Do you remember Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, thrown into a prison for a crime he did not commit? Many looked at him and saw a man broken, a life wasted. But the Lord saw a ruler in the making. I saw a deliverer, and in the darkness of the dungeon, I was with him. Genesis 39:21 declares, But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison, and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. What men saw as breaking, I used for blessing. My precious one, perhaps you feel imprisoned by circumstances today, trapped by grief, betrayal, sickness, or despair. But I say to you, this is not your end. What feels like breaking is the preparation for your breakthrough. Isaiah 43:2 promises, When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. You are not alone in this. Remember Job, a righteous man, stripped of everything, his health, his wealth, his children all gone in the blink of an eye. Friends accused him, his wife told him to curse me and die. Yet, though he wrestled and questioned, he held to me. And what did I do? Job 42:10 says, After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before. The breaking was bitter, but the blessing was double. I speak to you now because you, too, have a testimony in the making. You cannot see it yet, but I have already written the ending of your story, and it is glorious. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds you, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Your pain has a purpose. There was a woman named Hannah, barren and mocked by her rival. Year after year, her womb remained empty, and her heart grew heavy. But one day, in her bitterness of soul, she wept before me and poured out her anguish. I heard her. 1 Samuel 1:19-20 says, And the Lord remembered her. So, in the course of time, Hannah became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, saying, Because I asked the Lord for him. Her breaking produced a prophet. Your breaking is not wasted, beloved. I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, who gives beauty for ashes. Isaiah 61:3 declares, To all who mourn in Zion, I will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. That sorrow you carry so heavily will soon become a testimony. You will shout from the rooftops, I have always worked through broken things. Gideon, hiding in fear, called to lead an army. David, a forgotten shepherd, anointed as king. Peter, a fisherman who denied my son, restored and made a pillar of the church. I choose the broken to show my glory. The enemy meant to shatter you, but I declare over you today no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17 says, No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. You will rise from these ashes. I am the potter, and you are the clay, and sometimes the vessel must be shattered so it can be remade stronger, purer, and more beautiful. Jeremiah 18:4-6 says, But the jar he was making did not turn out as he had hoped, so he crushed it into a lump of clay again and started over. O Israel, can I not do to you as this potter has done to his clay? As the clay is in the potter's hand, so are you in my hand. I know you have questioned why the pain came, why the betrayal cut so deep, why the door slammed shut when you prayed for it to open. But hear me, my child, the breaking was not punishment. It was preparation. Preparation for the blessing I have stored up for you. Malachi 3:10 promises, I will open the windows of heaven for you. I will pour out a blessing so great you won't have enough room to take it in. Look back for a moment. How many times did you think you wouldn't make it? How often did the darkness threaten to swallow you whole? And yet here you are, not by your strength, but by my hand. Lamentations 3:20-23 declares, because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. This breaking season is birthing something eternal in you. Romans 8:18 reminds you, yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later. Your pain has not been meaningless. I am forging strength, compassion, and faith in you that hell itself cannot shake. I know the heaviness in your heart right now, the nights you've laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, begging for relief. I was beside you in those moments. Psalm 34:18 assures, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. You are never alone. Soon you will look back and see that every tear watered the ground where your blessing now grows. Every loss made room for the better thing I was bringing. Every closed door redirected you to the path I destined for you. Romans 8:28 promises, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Beloved, my timing is perfect. I know you long for immediate answers, for the pain to cease now, but I ask you to trust me. Ecclesiastes 3:1 declares, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. This season of breaking will not last forever. I am faithful to complete the good work I began in you. Philippians 1:6 says, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it unto completion until the day of Christ Jesus. What I started in you will not be left unfinished. So rise, my child, wipe your tears, not because the pain didn't matter, but because it won't have the final word. Revelation 21:4 promises, he will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. I am making all things new, and when I bless you and I will bless you, you will say, like Joseph in Genesis 50:20, you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Your testimony will lift others from the pit. Your story will declare my goodness. I am the God who breaks to bless, the God who wounds to heal. Hosea 6:1 says, come, let us return to the Lord. He has torn us to pieces, but he will heal us. He has injured us, but he will bind up our wounds. I will heal you, restore you, and raise you. Be encouraged, my precious one. You are in the hands of a faithful God. The breaking is temporary, but the blessing is eternal. Hold on, the blessing is coming.